Peace, everyone. I'd like to take a second to talk about something near and dear to my heart. Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? I mean, when I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had so many questions like, how do I even record an episode? Where do I find background music? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other popular places I like to listen? And where do I find advertisers? The answer to each and every one of these questions was very simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, for distributing, and even monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. Now, thinking out loud is an art. Anchor gives me the canvas and platform to be the artist I always wanted to be. So if you've always wanted to be an artist and start your own podcast, go to anchor.fm/start. That's anchor.fm/start. Join me and the rest of the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. Peace, everybody. It's your man, Honorable October 9, and this is the Art of Thinking Out Loud podcast. Today, I think I'll continue on about relationships because I did one previously about the dysfunctional habits that we tend to pick up during our time of dating and engaging in relationships. And I just want to kind of expound on a few things and, share a few other things I may have left out. We talked about how when we date, how we meet and select one another. First off, I'm not want to tell you don't go off of looks and let's just keep it all the way real. No, but what we have to do is not just judge upon how someone looks physically. We have to have more substance to our selections. Meaning, if the person just looks good, they're just aesthetically pleasing to the eye, then what happens when you engage in conversation? Is there anything that they can offer? Do they help to edify you? Do they help to catalyze any type of change in you that makes you want to be a better person, makes you want to be a better person for not only yourself, but for the situation you're creating, hopefully with them? If they don't do that, then why are you wasting your time with them? See, we select our mates a lot of times off of how fat a woman's ass is, how well built a brother is, the schematics of their face, how even everything is, how well put together they are. But even the ugliest person, and when I say ugly, I'm talking about ugly inside and out, because I've seen some makeup tutorials where these chicks were ugly as hell, and it's like by the time they were done, they were gorgeous. So we now have to look even deeper than regular outside beauty, as I was saying just a minute ago. What does this person do for you? And I'm not talking about monetarily and things like that, because you can find anybody that'll give you money. Hell, these women prove that every day online when they tell people, book me. Here's $20, if you'll join my private Snapchat, it only costs $20, or, a one-time fee of this, or you can book me to come out to where you are. First off, If I'm booking somebody for a specific skill set. Man, the internet has been overthrown with prostitution. It's just overflowing with prostitution. The finest women are selling ass online. So if you're looking to make these women your mate, you're looking for a trick. And I don't have to explain what the hell a trick is for you, man. A trick is when you pay for sex, you pay for services. And once those services are rendered, they'll move on to the next. And you're supposed to be satisfied with the outcome. You know, hopefully you'll keep buying or you'll move on to the next. I mean, it's become a redundant cycle of artificial love and superficial luxuries. It's like the women who don't have a big ass will go buy one. They don't have titties, they'll go buy some. Lips, buy some. Looks, buy some. And this is all perpetuated and all propagated by these reality shows, by these celebrities who never seem to age, and people like, oh, they living so good that they're just not aging. No, that shit's called Botox. That shit's called a Southern California plastic surgeon. You know, now, don't get me wrong. If you drink a lot of water and you eat a nice plant-based diet, you can slow down your aging process. You will even change how you think, how you operate, how you move on a day-to-day. But please don't get yourself caught up in the whole notion of that just because you change something on the outside, it makes you a better person on the inside. No, you're the same person that you were with fresh, clean clothes on or a fresh image. That's it. Just your image, how people view you is different. They're seeing something that's different, but they're really viewing the same thing, just all dressed up. And the same for the fellas. But I just want to segue back into the whole dating situation. When we date, I told you the one thing that you don't want to be is a serial dater. You don't want to date a whole bunch of people with a lot of different pretty good attributes, trying to find the one person you're looking for, or you'll never be satisfied because you'll come across several prospects that all have things you're looking for, but never a complete package. Or if you come across complete quote unquote packages, there will be several. So now you'll have to judge off of who do you want to choose out of these several that seem to have the most together that you're looking for. I think that's backwards. Why do I think that's backwards? Because there's gonna always be somebody that's better, somebody that's bigger, somebody who's prettier, more handsome, faster, sharper, richer, whatever you want to add ER or you want to add EST to. But your thing is to not find somebody perfect, but to find somebody perfect for you. Not for everybody else, for you. Nobody has to live with the results of your selections as much as you do. So you have to make sure that you're choosing mates that complement who you are or who you're trying to become. See, and that's important too, because a lot of us are on our own personal life journeys where we're trying to become something greater, something different, something better. And if you settle for someone who's less than or someone who's not on that same road with you, then what happens when you have something that when you're chained to something that's holding you back, you drag it along and you don't get very far. Every time you think you're moving up, this person is holding you in one place. So you wind up moonwalking, just putting out the illusion that you're actually going somewhere. And I see people do this every day in life. The person they're with is the worst person they could fucking be with right now. But they'll justify staying with that person like, oh, we've been together so long, or we got history, or I just don't want to throw away all this history. Let me tell you something. If you were getting raped for the past 30 years, would you want to hold on to that just because, oh, it's history? Oh, it's been happening so long. No, you want to get that shit over with. You want to fucking forget about it. You want to move on and do something better, something healing, something that serves a greater purpose for you. So stop using the excuse that you've been with somebody so long as to why you stay with them. Sometimes you've been with your damn problem too long. Shit. Let the church say amen to that. Sometimes you've been with people way too damn long and they've been a problem to you. But it's just that you've dealt with this problem for so long, you've learned how to live a lifestyle with this problem. It's like a person that lives with a big ass bowling ball shaped knot that's growing out the side of their face. It's like hell. After a while, you'll learn how to wear your hat a certain way to fit. You'll learn how to put on makeup or whatever, or to shave around it to where you bring some normalcy to it. But it's still a big ass problem and you're just dressing it up or dancing around it. My point is this. Never be afraid to let something go that no longer serves you. People, places, or things, especially people, because we're quick to give up habits like drinking, habits like smoking and things like that. But what we don't really pay attention to and realize is that people are the worst habits you can ever have. Being with somebody who no longer serves you any good. And sometimes people would find and they will settle for the small, minute things that people do that makes them kind of happy, puts a little smile on their face. These are people that are content with pain. They have a form of Stockholm syndrome. It's like, as long as it don't hurt too bad, I can deal with it. They almost feel empowered, the fact that they're dealing with pain in a better way than others are. No, other people are just smarter than your ass. They choose not to deal with unnecessary pain. You made that dumbass choice. So as long as you stay with people that mean you no good, as long as you date people for superficial reasons, a fat ass, a big dick, a car, money, house, what they can do, how they look, where you can go with this person physically, you're going to be unhappy. A part of yourself is going to feel empty. Find somebody you can build with. Find somebody who gives you relevant and good and engaging conversation. Find someone who sets a good precedent and example for your children. Find someone who not only can speak the part, but who looks the part. And when I say look the part, no, you don't have to dress like you straight off of Wall Street or no shit like that. No, but somebody who cares about how they look to others. Because a lot of time you have these women that are so over-sexualized that they show up to goddamn funerals in booty dresses and skirts. Dudes feel like they're supposed to wear these tight ass shirts all over the place, or, you know, no shirt at all. And I think that this exhibitionism and this whole showmanship to try to validate themselves, and it also creates and insecurity in those who don't look like these people. And a lot of time these people, I'm not trying to say everybody who's highly attractive or, who takes good physical care of themselves is a bad person. But a lot of times these people have only worked on their exterior. They aren't working on themselves spiritually and emotionally. So you now have a health nut, or you now have a woman that's just preempted and disposed to her body to where that's all she cares about, and she wants you to worship that body the same way other people do. No, leave these superficial glass ass folks alone. Sometimes it's better for you to be alone so that you can find yourself, so that you can steady and hear the quietness in your own head to be able to make a rational selection and decision about where you want to go, how you want to move, who you want with you, and what you need, and the type of person you need to get where you're going. Not enough of us thinks about that. We think about just our needs, as we say, our sexual needs and shit like that. You can jack off and get off. I just threw that out there because everybody talks about their needs. And when they say their needs, it's always sexual. If your needs are sexual, then maybe you need to invest in a good vibrator or a bottle of fucking lotion and jack off. Hell, the internet has porn free 24 hours a day. And that's something else too. Why you dudes paying these girls $20 for a damn lifetime Snapchat membership so that you can see them naked when you can go on X videos, Pornhub, and you can watch thousands upon thousands of different naked women, videos, sex, and all that stuff 24 hours a day for free? See, this world is an illusion, a big ass illusion. And the sooner you can peer through the veil and see the illusion, the sooner you can start acting like it's one big ass stage, a big ass illusion, a play. You'll learn your position. You will play your position. You'll play your part. And what is that? Creating your own part in this matrix. Nobody out here with the things that they have got them just by chance, by happenstance, by whatever. No, people put themselves in a situation and believed in it, worked toward it, performed all the due diligence it took to get in that position, and now they exist in it and they have become it. When you think of certain things, you think of certain people now because they've become the marker for whatever that is, because they concentrated on it, they put their mind to it, they knew what they wanted, they got useless people away from them, and they surrounded themselves with people of like mind trying to go in the same direction with the same objective. May not have the exact same strategy about everything, but you have to have the same objective. And this goes right into dating once again. Choose people that have the objective you have. Sit down and really talk. Intimate conversations are deeper than what position you like. No, intimate conversations are about the things that hurt you, the things that bring you joy, your family, your children, where you want to be, where you come from, where you are now, what you need to move to the next level, what hinders you, how to get rid of those things. Have those type of intimate conversations. Because if we're not talking about that, we ain't talking about shit. Because all that other stuff is love and hip hop. You know, people always put such a big importance on sex when it's like you spend the least amount of time in bed. Don't let these reality shows gas you. people talking about, I was watching Maury and it was a chick talking about, oh, we used to do it 5 or 6 times a day. Man, get the fuck out of here. Listen, if you're doing it 5 and 6 times a day, 3 things are happening. No money is being made. You're running your body down and depleting yourself of valuable minerals and nutrients in wasted sex, because your body is thinking that you're reproducing, and your body is therefore producing chemicals that go on in the act of reproducing. Not saying that sex should only be used for reproduction. No, but it's not something that you want to do every damn day, all day. That's dumb. That shows that you haven't matured any. That shows that your carnal and your animal instincts have taken over. And I don't even want to put that on the animals, because animals don't even walk around just screwing all day, just fucking all day for no reason. You know, just because they have someone of the opposite sex or whatever your choosing is. If you choose people of the same sex, whatever, it's just not, it is not feasible to always focus on sex. Sex should be such a small part of your relationship. And when I say, people like, man, get the fuck out of here. The reason I say a small part is because you're going to spend most of your time outside of the bedroom. You'll spend most of your time working towards your goals, taking care of your family, and having regular everyday experiences outside of the bedroom. So please don't make sex the forefront of your selection process when you're trying to find a mate. But yo, this is the Art of Thinking Out Loud podcast, and I am Honorable October 9. Hit the link in the description and you can check out my social media, be added to my email list. Amongst other things, drop me a message. Let me know how you like my podcast. If you don't like it, you know, whatever, just let me know. But yo, you have a blessed day. Remain prosperous. And always know what you want, know what you need, and go for it unapologetically. Peace out.